You know, the most wonderful thing happened on Monday with the premiere of Beyond the Myth, in which our friend Napoleon Jonamite, as you see with the Dodgers cap branded with Hololife, it's bleeping awesome. Y'all
Yup.
need to go check it out. And it's already his most watched, most viewed video on his channel. Blow up the numbers and make it even more most watched. So, Napoleon, where's my cup? Here it is. This is for you, brother. Salud.
Salud.
Let's go.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Dear God, send those skilled texts to us.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now! Come on now!
We are back after an unexpected day off yesterday, and I think that's how we're going to lead off according to the dog's program. Not program, program, which is now a part of our lexicon. Good morning. And welcome to the Wacky Upside Down Catch Up Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. And we got someone special here that's joining us today and Friday. And it's this fellow right here. Please welcome the man in charge of the Pain and Game Pick'ems, which you can see every Wednesday.
Hey, I know that guy.
Mr. Alex Putnam. We call him a friend, and we call him a pizzle. Good morning, brother. How are you?
What is going on, everybody? Happy Wacky Wednesday to all y'all out there.
You know, we love having you as a part of the panel. And I know it depends on your work schedule, but so badly we want to make it a regular thing. And speaking of a regular thing, this fella's a regular thing on the show.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur. That's a full-blown fibrillation.
Good morning, Deets. Great to have you this full week, my man. How are you?
What's going on, guys?
Deets is a regular part of the panel. He's been here 9 years with us. And also, aside of the dog, we welcome the man in charge of 5 years of Hollow Live, a terrific documentary, Napoleon Jonamite, representing the Dodgers. Good morning, Napoleon.
Good morning, guys. I'm still riding a high after all of that. Like my brain is just blown from what I've been seeing.
You know what? We talked in pre-show. I'll say it here. You deserve it.
Yes.
You absolutely deserve it because you killed it with that documentary. That's how we're going to start today. I know the dog in the description, and whoever Byron Cutler is, please stop spamming with the comments, will you please? We'll say hi to you. We'll say hi to 24TS Media that broke our chat this morning, that broke the seal, I should say, on our chat this morning. We're going to start with Napoleon. I know Dog wanted to start with my return to the mic. That can wait. Napoleon, this stage, my man, that you created with your documentary, which I have now watched 3 times, you did awesome. We could normally, and we said this in Jen's chat during the post show.
Yeah.
Most documentaries, not some, most documentaries, you step away from it and you forget where you are, and you don't really want to see the rest of it. Napoleon, with you, that ain't the case. That thing pushed start, and I was glued to it for the entire 2 hours. Everything that you put into it, all the hours of editing, all the hours of research, recording the parts that needed to be recorded, all of the talking points and everything like that. The timeline, man, you put together was exquisite. All right, the timeline was exquisite. All of the notes you put in there, the clips that you put in there, and as you and I talked, you wanted to get the interview with the actual voice actors from HoloLive, but no one was getting back to you. So in pure improvisational fashion, and I love you for this, you put the clips in there that mattered with the timestamps. And I want to say, man, on behalf of the crew, on behalf of the Snow Crew, on behalf of Dog Nation, on behalf of the Pain and Game Pick'ems, on behalf of Fifth Down Sports, all the crews involved, magnificent, my man.
Thank you.
Magnificent.
And the compliments just keep coming in over to the comments section on it. In fact, I got one just a few moments ago from somebody, and this is what's funny. They have a profile picture of HoloLive Japan's Inugami Korone in there. And they said, Dog, open it up. They said,
quote,
I saw this in my algorithm, and I just want to say that you've got a new like and subscription. The way you described each journey and experience for HoloLive English as a whole has honestly moved me that it teared me up during Saunas in the Passing graduation segment. The way it was tackled was well documented and well said, and I'm glad to see this video in my recommendation feed. Keep it up. Close.
I had that.
Quote. Close quote.
Well, it's like Snowman said. A good, you watch a lot of these documentaries, and at the end of it, you're like, I don't want to watch. I just saw so much that I don't want to watch any more of whatever it was you were just watching. But your documentary not only made me want to go, I want to know what's next for HoloLive, moving forward. Not only that, but it made me go, I want to go back and look up all the people you went over. I want to go back and watch their stuff and understand them more. A lot of documentaries I watched a lot of them this weekend. I watched a lot of them. At the end of it, you're like, all right, I just saw so many clips of these people. I don't want to see them for another. If I don't see them for another 10 days or 10 weeks, I'm okay. But at the end of yours, you get the picture of, you get the little snippets, and you want to go, all right, I want to see more about that person. I want to see more about that concert. I want to see more of that. And that's what a good documentary should do, is not only tell you things, but make you want to go do the research on your own.
Dog.
I said everything I could after the post show. I mean, simply stating, I've seen a lot of sports documentaries, whether it was Last Dance, the Senna documentary, Schumacher, Earnhardt. you name it. I've seen a lot of, well done documentaries, and this is on par with those because you are glued from moment one through with the storytelling, with, the facts and figures, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is on par with what you would see on Netflix, what you'd see on Paramount, what you'd see anywhere, right
Yes.
on par with it. So,
Pizzle.
Well, I had to save a lot of those songs on Spotify.
Well, there you go. you know what? I want that list too. That's Napoleon. You got to send me that list because that is now my editing and my warm-up list.
It should be in the Spotify playlist. Should actually be in the group DM.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
check it on Discord, boss. It's up there.
Cool. Orange and Black Attack with us. Dodgers inning Choketober slide. Oh God, we have to talk about that. But let's take a break, and when y'all get back, and yes, Dog put this in the lineup for the morning. I return to the mic doing live basketball in person for the first time in 5 years. I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about the setup, and I'll tell you all about the results of it, especially from the crew. Snowman in the morning with a full house. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze claw.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning, 17 after the hour, and a shout to those of you listening in Chicago via WSMM or WIRU or both. Welcome to those in my hometown tuning in. All right. Yesterday, something great happened to yours truly.
Oh.
And it was my return to live live basketball in the arena, not doing alternative play-by-play here in the studio, which is what I've done mostly the past 3 years, but being there. When I tell you, while my wife was driving me to the arena, I was horribly quiet. And she got me talking about what's going to happen, how I'm going to do things, and what the protocol is that I've set up, and I'm still setting up. Thank you to Zach McClellan, Mackenzie Cooper, and Alex Hunt for helping us out. It was weird. I gotta tell you, it was weird walking into the field house, heading to the court, and I had texted Mackenzie and I had said I'm on my way. And she was the first one. She was the first one to greet me, to welcome me. Met a couple of assistants. In fact, my buddy Ben was keeping me abreast of the fouls and the team fouls and everything, because I was also doing the public address announcing.
Oh,
and yeah, I was doing two things at once, and it felt like home for me. Now, I had a question pop in my chat of how the heck am I keeping up with everything? And I will say the answer that I've said since I started doing this stuff 30 years ago. Hell if I know. Yeah, Victor. Victor Locke in the chat with us. He's in the office this week. He'll be back on the team next week. Pins and needles, that's an understatement. I kept saying it yesterday, and I told the guys in the group chat, I'm ready. I'm prepared. I got both rosters. I handled my preparation. Why the bleep am I shaking? Napoleon asked me this, basically the same question, before his documentary dropped bombs on everybody. He said, I did the work. I put in the work. Why am I shaking? Well, Napoleon, I repeat the question to you. I put in the work. I did my research. I got both rosters. I beg your pardon. I got both lineups. I'm ready. I did all my prep. So why the bleep am I shaking like a canary in a cat show? Which is not the comparison I used when I texted the guys, but I can't use it here.
Yeah,
much. Anybody who does this kind of stuff, video or play-by-play or talks every day, if you don't have that feeling before you hit the button,
right?
If you don't have that feeling, then you're in the wrong line. Then you're in the wrong line of business.
True.
Right. We all know everything that can go wrong.
Yep.
Once we're live, we know. Once we're live, we can go. You know. But up until that point, it's still. You could hit the button and everything could crash. Everything could go back down.
Listen, the first thing that went wrong is that the team showed up late. The opponent showed up late. That's the first thing.
Oh.
So I should have relaxed. And Victor in the chat has been, who was my engineer for 17 years. He's also been my color commentator for a long time. We've been through that. So you figure with the extra 5 minutes that I would be okay. Wrong.
No, that just amplifies it even more, because you're like, where are these people? Oh, they're late. What else can go? What else? What next? What's gonna happen next?
Yep.
Right.
I've been in that same spot where one thing goes wrong and you're like, all right, I was ready. One thing goes wrong and you're like, now what do I do? Now what else is gonna happen? What else do I have to be prepared for? But then once you hit the live button, once you get going, that's it. Like,
yeah, man.
There's nothing more you can do. You've done all you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's it.
Don't turn it back now. Just have fun.
You know what the weird thing is? For those of you who tuned in yesterday via either Snowman Multimedia or Snowman Sportsnet, and thank you to the folks that have subscribed to my second channel, Snowman Sportsnet. Let's get that monetized quickly. We did the national anthem. I was ready for the lineups. We were running so far behind, and I kept telling the referees and the players just to go because we don't have time to get the starting lineups in. And then Mackenzie says, "Why don't you just do our starting lineups?" But then I turn and I see East West University has their roster in front of me. They got their starters marked. I said, the heck with it. And then I turn on the microphone and introduce the starting lineups for both teams. I recap them. The ball goes up in the air, and it's like I shut down and I zone in at the same time. And that first half went by quick. And here's the thing. I was asking the referees and everybody involved, what is the media timeout situation? Because anyone who has done NAIA knows that their media timeout timing is different than what it is for the NCAA. Anyone who has watched or covered NCAA Division I, Pizzle, you know this, Deets, you know this. The at the D1 level for men's and women's men's basketball, and they play by half. The timeouts are 16, 12, 8, and 4. And each of those timeouts is 2.5 minutes. I loaded up my commercials in the StreamYard last night, and thank the Lord I did, along with the intros. Boy, I've made that mistake in forgetting them. I timed it at 90 seconds. And through the third timeout of the first half, we got the clarification that each timeout, for a beginning game like this, it's 90 seconds. It's first game of the year. When it goes on and we get into conference play, I've been informed that those timeouts are 2 minutes 15 seconds. So I can plan for that. And I know one thing I am going to change so I don't get dinged by YouTube by using video plus music and all that stuff. And we all have been dinged by YouTube for the stupidest things in the world.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is put up a graphic that says, "We'll be right back." And then I'm just going to run audio commercials.
Okay.
And just go from there until I get the approval, and I believe I'm going to, of the sponsors that they use on campus, and voice those and put in an official sponsor of IU Columbus Athletics. But every time someone scored, nailed the name, and if it was a 2 or a 3 or the fouls, that's the only thing I didn't have, is that until the second half, I couldn't keep up with the fouls. That's the only thing. But someone was doing it for me. And when halftime came along, I introduced the halftime contest and was ready to fall out. Y'all know this. When I zone in like that, and yes, Victor, I went autopilot. My body went splat. Second
right
half,
up until you had that big old bowl of M&Ms that the ref was harping about.
You know what? Me and the refs had a fight.
Oh,
a playful one, but we had a fight because I spotted M&Ms at the table, and I said so during the broadcast.
Yep.
Next thing I know, they were in front of me. And the ref, and the game was a blowout at this point, and the ref started giving me mess at the table, saying, "Hey, those M&Ms were down there. How'd they end up over here?" And I'm cracking up. The refs and I were just cracking up, and all three of them were giving me mess about the M&Ms. But it was a great time yesterday. Thank you to Zach McClellan, who green-lighted the whole thing. Thank you to Mackenzie Cooper and the coaches and the players from both teams and the staff at IU Columbus. I had a great time yesterday. And when my wife picked me up, I sat in the truck and
yep.
Yeah. I mean, you even arrived to my after party just like out of it so much that you were just pushing buttons.
I was
he was just pushing the buttons.
I was dead. Okay.
I literally go
Yeah.
on a roll. I'm getting ready to do this thing, and then next thing I hear, time. I can't say what I said afterwards, but yeah.
That was when you knew stuff was hitting the fan.
Yep. And it just went on a button streak, and I was like, "You're out of gas early, aren't you?" He's like,
Oh,
"Yeah."
man, I was done. Okay. Normally when Don and I do an intro for Twitch for Jen's stream, or in this case for Napoleon's after party, I have the voices ready, and you all know some of them that I do.
Yep.
I did not use one voice yesterday. Don's reaction was making me laugh so hard. I just kept pushing the buttons. And Don knew when I came in that I was totally spent.
Yep.
Yeah, if we couldn't tell from the tone of your voice with the way you said time, we could tell the moment you just kept pushing so many buttons. We were like, "You're spent, aren't you?"
I was.
Nicholas said it best. He went into autopilot.
I did, man.
Yep.
I did. I did, man. It's like I leaned over here to my left, and Dog's reaction had me laughing so much that all I could do was push the buttons because I couldn't respond to it by voice. I kept pushing the buttons. I stuck around for like a good 20, 30 minutes. And then my body said, "That's it." The next one
that's the joy. That's the joy and the curse of having the buttons right there.
Yes,
right.
I can remember when I was doing my show and I didn't have buttons. You know, I couldn't phase out like that. But then when I got them put in, I remember the first show I did, I just kept hitting them, and I was like, I can just keep doing this because I'm tired.
Yes.
I kept hitting every button I had. I was like, let me just play all of these.
I pushed every button that I could, and then my body was just so worn it said, "All right, stop." And when I signed out off of here and I turned off the lights, it was about 6 o'clock. I went to my wife's office and said, "Baby, I'm gonna go fall out, but it's only 6 o'clock." I know it feels like 6 a.m. instead of 6 p.m. My wife's cracking up. And then I passed out. Next thing I knew, it was 6:05 this morning. I missed everything. And I don't care. That's why we're catching up on it today. Let's take a break. When y'all get back, the World Series is even. And Vladimir Guerrero is the reason why. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
I don't have a suggestion as to anything but keep the bitch. Keep her. If she does not,
Wow. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Keep forgetting I gotta edit that, given our new rule. Oops.
You're fine.
33 after the hour. Welcome back to Snowman in the Morning. And thank you, Vladimir Guerrero and Shane Bieber. First, we start with game 3 as we recap the World Series. Holy
18 innings.
You know, I had plans to broadcast that game, but my body shut that down in a hurry.
Thank God you did.
Good thing you did.
Dude, if you did that broadcast, not only would you have been sleep deprived partway through it, you would have been sleep deprived when it came to your basketball calling the next morning. So there you go.
And I couldn't have that. I got to 6:30 on Monday with plans of watching the Chiefs and the Redskins and broadcasting game 3 of the World Series, because I said I'd do the World Series, but my body has had other ideas. Yeah, I didn't find out until the next morning when the guys were texting that the game went 18 innings.
It didn't end until almost 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm on the way to the field house, and I'm seeing 18 innings, and I'm like, no, it couldn't have gone that long. I
Take another look at the box score if you didn't believe it.
I sat down, was getting ready for my game, and I made the mistake of looking at my phone because I got an alert that had highlights, and I went, it did go 18 innings.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have taken 18 innings if it didn't take 7 innings for the Toronto Blue Jays to figure out don't throw a strike to Shohei Ohtani.
Exactly.
I mean, his first 3 at bats, for second pitch, right down the pipe, he rips a double. Mm-hmm. Next at bat, home run. Next at bat, home run. And I'm like, I said it after the first at bat. I said, you can't throw this guy a strike ever. Mm-hmm. I don't care. If the bases are loaded, I'll take the 1 base and 1 run rather than putting 4 on the board.
And you said it, and you said it Monday night, Deets, late Monday night as I was catching up on the messages.
I said it when he ripped the double. I said, you can't pitch to this guy ever. And what did they do the next 2 at bats? Pitch to him and hit them both out of the ballpark.
And he hits 2 home runs. And you said, Deets, is this guy getting the Barry Bonds treatment? Well, yeah.
Then they started just as soon as he walked up to the plate, they just started pointing at first, and they're like, "Yep, go ahead." And I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
I was listening to Joe Davis last night, or early this morning when I woke up. 9 times he reached base. Did I hear that correctly? 9 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
9 times Ohtani reached base.
Because they just kept putting him on. They just kept putting him on first. They just kept walking him.
What do you have? Yeah. He was 3 for 3, and what do you have?
4 for 4.
4 for 4, and 5 intentional walks. Is that did I add that up right? But 9 times Ohtani reached base.
9 times.
9. Thank you, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And
Pizzle, dog on you. Now I must find that clip and put it in my sound base. Thank you for that.
The other thing is the other side, and you talked about it, Vlad Guerrero. And I'm going to talk about Vlad Guerrero. There's a reason why Vlad Guerrero Sr. is one of the best hitters of all time.
He's one of the craziest.
A lot of people will talk about, his average, his swing rate, blah, blah, blah. The thing about him was you couldn't pitch around him.
Nope.
Like Barry Bonds, you could pitch around him because Barry Bonds wasn't going to swing if it wasn't a strike. He wasn't going to swing at it.
It's like the intentional walk.
Yeah, you could unintentionally you could throw the ball in the dirt and Barry Bonds isn't going to swing.
Right.
Val Guerrero could hit it off his shoe tops. And so you couldn't even pitch around him because you could throw it in the other batter's box and he'd still jump over there and hit it. And it would still go a mile.
I mean, come on,
man.
Didn't Vlad
Senior's strike zone was described as toes to nose. That's
Toes
that
to
was
nose,
the
yeah.
thing.
Didn't Vladdy in Baltimore when Vladdy was with the Angels? Didn't he hit one that actually bounced in the dirt?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
He hit one off the plate. It was on the plate, and he just golfed it, and it went a mile. That's why Vladdy's one of the best hitters of all time. You'll never see it because people will look at the stats. But when you couldn't pitch to him because no matter where you threw it, he was going to swing at it.
Oh my God, Damian, you are a freaking nut, dude. You are a freaking nut.
Has reached more bases than Glitch ever could.
Oh, dude.
Then,
Whoa.
Wow. 6-5 was the final in game 3, and 6 is the magic number because the Blue Jays scored 6 in game 4, but the biggest hit of the night belonged to guess who? Vladdy Guerrero Jr. in the 3rd inning when he launched one off of Ohtani, which was the matchup everyone wanted to see. Ohtani pitching to Vlad Jr. And Vlad Jr. Ohtani tried to come inside with a sweeper. That was a mistake. Vladdy launched it out of the park.
It didn't sweep as far as Ohtani thought it would, and Vladdy just said, "Thank you, clunk."
Thank you very much.
And then a 4-run 7th knocked the Dodgers out, and now it is 2 apiece heading into game 5 tonight.
Now, mind you, this is without George Springer, who's day-to-day with right side tightness.
I think Springer will not play until we get back to Canada for game 6.
I think you're right.
I don't think we'll see Springer until they return to the Sky Dome. Now, imagine this. They don't have Springer in the lineup. And kudos to Nathan Lucas for the way he performed in that leadoff spot last night. Everybody just moved up the spot, and Lucas was like, what, 2 for 3?
Yes, he was.
2 for 3. Lucas was 2 for 3 last night in the leadoff spot. And then the second biggest hit of the night belonged to Andres the Giant Jimenez, delivering a 2-run single in the 7th inning with 2 out. Final score was 6-2 last night, but Ohtani's pitching, Lord have mercy. I'll just do what John Kruk did, turn my hat backwards and just look at everything he's throwing. And when the umpire says strike 3, you're like, okay, I'll take my punishment. Why didn't you swing? It was Shohei Ohtani.
That's fair.
Just like with John Kruk facing Randy Johnson in the All-Star game. Like, why didn't you swing? I'm not swinging at that.
He turns his
helmet around. Yes.
But this is setting up. This is setting up for Game 7 to be the defining moment of we are watching the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yep.
I mean, if he goes out and does anything that he did in Game 3 and pitches Game 7,
he'll pitch Game 7.
What are we going to do? He's definitely they're definitely going to pitch him in Game. They're definitely going to throw him at some point in Game 7. If it's Game 7, they're going to throw him.
If it goes to a 7th game, they're pitching Ohtani.
Yes.
If it goes to you're already guaranteed a Game 6 with it being 2 games apiece. Game 5 is tonight. Then they take a day. They take a day off, and Game 6 is Friday.
And by the way, the pitching matchup is the return of Game 1. It's your Savage versus Snell.
Ooh.
Oh God!
Oh, this is going to be a matchup again.
Yeah,
the question
Savage
is
no.
The question who's going to be the more angry team when it comes to this matchup? Because the last time, well,
I'm gonna bluff that question with another one. Whose bullpen is going to be more rested?
Right.
Because after 18 innings, everyone's bullpen got depleted. I mean, we saw Kershaw in that 18-inning game.
Yeah, we did. We did.
So that says everything that both teams are willing to go the distance. And right now, we are in the middle rounds of this heavyweight fight.
And
it is now a matter.
And I don't care what anybody says. This is the best
fight.
series possibility.
Yep.
And this is a heavyweight fight. Any
Well,
other team.
If you're Dave Roberts right now, you gotta go turn the clock back to Bob Brenly in the 2001 World Series.
Yes.
With the Diamondbacks, when they said, you know what, Game 6, no matter what, we're winning Game 6. And they weren't worried about, hey, let's save our guys for Game 7. They threw everything they had at the Yankees. And then what did they do the next night? Brought all those guys back. They brought Randy Johnson back. They brought Kurt Schilling back. They said, you know what? Game 6 and 7, we're throwing everything at the wall.
We're throwing everybody.
Now, I don't want to manifest this too far in the air being a Red Sox fan, but remember 1993, the series ended in Toronto in Game 6.
Yes, it did.
On a walk-off by none other than Joe Carter. 32 years later, we are setting up for another possible Game 6 finish.
But the Blue Jays need to take care of business tonight.
Well, I think whoever takes care of business tonight is going to have the upper hand, and that's what this 2-3-2 really puts a disadvantage, because if the Dodgers come out of this, the Blue Jays have 2 at home, but their back is against the wall.
It's against the wall in the ALCS.
This is whoever has Game 5 has the advantage, because they're going to be up. Whoever wins is going to be up 3-2, and the other team is going to be scrapping.
But But I'll say this. Yes, whoever has the advantage is up 3-2, and say it is the Dodgers. Say they do take Game 5 at home tonight with Game 6 back in Canada. What if Toronto repeats what they did in the ALCS, which is win Game 6 and 7 in the Sky Dome? I know it's the Rogers Center. JJ, play-by-play with JJ, Jason Joseph. I love you dearly, and thank you for the advice about keeping my brand clean and all that stuff and saying the right names. So it is the Rogers Center. But doggone it, I'm old. It's the Sky Dome.
It's the Sky Dome. It's the Sky Dome. It'll always be the Sky Dome.
It will always
don't worry about it.
Look, forever and ever and ever, as long as I'm a fan of baseball, it ain't the Rogers Center to me. It's the doggone Sky Dome.
Right.
It's even if they call it Rogers Sky Dome, I'll take it. But it's the Sky Dome. It ain't the Rogers Center. It's the Sky Dome. Period.
We just talked about whoever wins is in the driver's seat. If you lose Game 5, you have to play not 1 but 2 Game 7s. I mean, you can't go into this and say, all right, our guy's going to throw 7 innings. You have to go inning to inning. How did our guy pitch last inning? All right, he pitched well. How long does he usually go? It usually goes 5. Well, he's going to go 3, and we're going to piece together the next bit, because you cannot let a guy go out there, throw 1 gas ball, and all of a sudden you're down.
Yeah.
You've got to play it games. You've got to play it as if you're not playing you're not even playing the next day. We're throwing everybody we have.
Yep.
Now, wouldn't that be the mentality from here on out anyway, because of it being a best of 3 series?
Yeah, you got to have that mentality anyway. And you don't care. You don't care about a pitcher going the distance, because it's all hands on deck. It's Game 5.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're Toronto, being the scrappiest ball club that's in the World Series and having the advantage, knowing you got Game 6 at home, you got to get this one tonight, because you don't want 1 shot to close out the series. You would rather have 2 shots to close out the series at home. So this is a must win. I know it's a must win for both teams because it's a 2-2 series.
But it's a bigger must win for Toronto.
It is. It's a bigger must win for the Blue Jays.
Here's the thing about last night as well, just to put this out in the universe. Who did Vladimir Jr. pass on the all-time postseason home run list for the Blue Jays with his dinger last
Joe
night?
Carter. Joe Carter.
Tell me that this is not destined to end in 6.
But I'll say it again. And dog, you just said it a moment ago. You don't want to manifest too far, but this is the one that Toronto must have. It was a must win last night. And thank you, Shane Bieber, for throwing 6 innings.
Yeah.
Right, matching and Ohtani, bless his heart, made it to the 7th. And I don't care what anybody says. As a right-handed power hitter, I want nothing to do with Ohtani.
Yeah, no.
Period. Because
I think it all depends on how the game goes. I mean, if Blake Snell gets blown up in the first inning and the game is out of reach, early.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go, you know what, Blake, go, and we're gonna ride Blake. We're gonna chalk this game up, and we're not gonna waste 8 or 9 arms, trying to piece together the rest of the innings. Because if you're down by 6-7 runs, eventually you have to say, you know what, we'll fight another day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same thing with whoever Toronto's got starting. If they get blown up, if this game becomes out of control, you have to manage it as, you know what, we'll sacrifice this one and we'll go for the next 2, or we'll go for the next one. We'll go for the next 1-1, because if you blow all your arms here, you might not have a chance.
Right. And kudos to John Schneider. The Blue Jays were the butt of so many jokes when he became manager, and now look at him, 2 wins away from a world championship. I can guarantee you, because I've watched the Blue Jays transition with Snyder. They became a full hitting team, but still no one wanted to give Schneider the credit for turning it around, and no one still wants to give him the credit for finding a gem in Trey Savage, who I believe, dog, if I'm correct, is throwing tonight.
Yes, it's Savage and Snell tonight.
Savage and Snell. Who gets in? Now, the biggest question for tonight, and I will have that call tonight at 8 p.m., whose bullpen gets dug into first, especially on the back of 18 innings on Monday and bullpen use on Tuesday by both teams, though limited because of the starting pitching going at least 6 innings.
The game will dictate that. The game's going to dictate whose bullpen gets into first. If the Blue Jays get the Snell in the first 5 innings, the Dodgers are going to have to go to the bullpen.
Right.
If the Dodgers get the Savage, and I'm going to say this right now, Savage has the ability to go 6-7 innings.
Savage can do what Yamamoto did in game 2
and go distance.
A complete game.
I'm going to put it this way. Whoever hangs at least 3 on the other starting pitcher will dictate whose bullpen gets dug into first.
Right. Agreed. I believe that.
And I think it all comes down to the first, who can get out of the first inning unscathed, and not, hey, they gave up a run, but how do they pitch that first inning? Are they making stress pitches? Are they going 3-2 counts? Are they hitting their spots, or are they getting lucky plays? Or I think the first inning will dictate a lot of what happens in this game.
I will have the call tonight beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. And folks, do me a favor. I want y'all to subscribe to youtube.com/@SIT Morning. That's our official YouTube page for Snowman in the Morning. That's where all the clips go. That's where the podcast goes. I'm going to clean it up today in the midst of 3 meetings that I have. Good Lord. Why do I have 3 meetings today? I got 3 meetings today. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to put the Snowman in the Morning website together today also, and give that a quick launch so everybody can keep up with everything that's going on. All right, let's take and Damien, I agree with
fact check, Damien. Ohtani was on the roster with the Dodgers last year when they won the World Series, so he already has a ring, and I'm already sure that the Angels fans were not too happy.
Mike Trout still
Why did we let him go?
Listen, I said it when Ohtani signed with the Dodgers that the Angels made a stupid move in not signing him. They signed the wrong person. I love you, Mike Trout, but you were spent by the year 7.
Well, it doesn't help that he's got a lingering back injury, from what I understand,
from carrying the Angels all these years.
That's not on the. I mean, that's on. It's not on the Angels not signing him. I mean, they basically offered him the biggest contract ever, and he said, "No, I want to win.
I want to play for the Dodgers instead."
It has nothing to do with them not wanting to sign. They wanted to sign him, and they would have spent more money than anybody to sign him. But he told them, "I want to win championships, and you guys aren't a championship team."
Why does that sound like when Jason Giambi went free agent? The A's wanted to sign him back, but then he said, "I want to win a championship," and he signed that big contract with the Yankees.
And look what happened.
That's what happened. You know what happened? They weren't just like, "No, we're not dealing with this guy." They offered him the biggest contract in the history of baseball, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
You know what happened when Giambi? You know what happened when Giambi signed with the Yankees outside of a walk-off slam against the Minnesota Twins, and Napoleon just said my answer: Nuff and Ing. That's kind of like anybody that signs with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nuff and Ing. Because we all know that it always happens to Craig Elo.
Now,
speaking of the NBA, let's take a break. When y'all get back, NBA chatter. And my first question is, what the hell are the Sixers doing 5-0? Or 4-0, rather. And I'm not worried about OKC. They're the defending champs. So we don't need to talk about them. But there's a team in the West that's looming, and y'all need to watch for them. And I think you know who it is. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders. Where my soldiers, left side, commanders.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Okay. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
It's one of the best bumpers I've ever.
You're never gonna relive. You're never gonna.
Come
back from that shame.
That is that's legendary.
I go hide now.
You are forever immortalized.
Oh, hey, look! It's your average Cleveland Browns fan.
You know what? Pizzle's reaction to the Dolphins Browns game all throughout as I was warming up for my game, I watched Pizzle's reaction, and especially when at halftime there's a button that he pushed that made it even more legendary. If I can find it here, because it was a simple question that he wanted to ask the Miami Dolphins.
What are we doing?
I'm pretty sure he pushed that button like 5 different times.
No, it was.
Oh, it was only twice.
It didn't go more than 3.
He says, Miami, I got a question for you.
What are we doing?
Then he backed it up by saying, I will ask the question again.
What are we doing?
Especially after that pick 6 to start the third quarter from Tua turning the ball over.
Turning the ball over.
You know, there are many. Pizzle and I do most of the play-by-play and reactions and stuff, which is absolutely great. But I think Pizzle's reaction was the greatest when that pick 6 was thrown by.
You can't help but laugh at that.
Right. You can't. You can't.
Losing to the Browns and Tua turned the ball over, rears his ugly head.
Yes.
What are we supposed to do but laugh?
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. All right, we've reached the top of the hour. We're going to take another short break, and we have our station IDs and all that stuff we do at the top of the hour. Tomorrow, y'all are going to see some integrated affiliate sponsors that Old Snowman has, and we're working on getting some paid sponsors because this wonderful crew right here, I want to be able, and I've said this many times before, and I will continue to say it with these guys sticking with me, I want to be able to say, look, fill out this tax form, and I got you. I want to do that for everybody. That is one of the things I have talked about. I've talked about it with my wife, and she keeps encouraging me, saying it's gonna get done.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna get done. And to respond to a comment that I got recently, saying that I need to give up. Give me this button. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me this button. Oh yeah, me to the guy that says that I just need to give up broadcasting forever.
That's a lie.
And give up the show.
That's a lie.
That one and
oh hell no.
I ain't giving this up. I started this in October of 2013, and you will have to tear this mic from my cold dead hands for me to put it away. Now, I will admit I did put it away for a few months in 2016. I thought I'd have to bring the curtain down on it, but then I brought it back midsummer of 2016 after all hell broke loose.
Right.
And it got better. It got better. So, in the immortal words of Gilbert Gottfried,
you fool!
No. I got you. In the immortal words of Gilbert Gottfried,
you fool!
Exactly.
And I just realized I blew the whole gag I was going to do on Friday. Damn it.
Yeah, you did.
Fine. Dog, you're fine.
It's all good.
You're fine. And just for the absolute hell of it, dear Cleveland Browns, I appoint you this. Considering the early output from the Boston Celtics, I kind of gave them the same thing, but considering who they're missing, can't mess with them too much. Let's take our break. We've reached halftime, and when we come back, we'll save the NBA chatter because Homer.exe is incoming. I'll tell you when we get back. Snowman in the morning, halftime, back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Cause we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Business first, 6 after the hour, and proud I am to say, going old school, we owe you an ID. This is Snowman in the Morning.
You're listening to WBWS-DB, your new Chicago Sports Hub radio voice. You're listening to WJKS-DB, your Hoosier Sports Home and Indiana Sports Hub play-by-play voice. You're listening to WHDR-DB, your radio home and voice of the Carolinas.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
For me and the Lord, we got an understanding. We're on a mission from God.
Oh, yeah. 11:07 is the time. 7 minutes after the hour, wherever you are listening in the region, across the nation, and around the world. This is Snowman in the Morning. Thank you for tuning in. And I've got to do this.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
no.
No. This is a good thing.
Okay.
This is a good thing, and this is where I also pick on Pizzle for a minute.
What did I do?
What did you do? You picked my Colts to finish third in the AFC South, brother.
Listen, man.
Let me give Pizzle the floor, because this is what happened when he did his preseason picks. Pizzle, the floor is yours.
I'm an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's the new bumper for Pizzle.
Yes.
No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. I said the Colts would finish third. But they have exceeded my expectations. Jonathan Taylor is going to be the MVP
Yes, he is.
if he continues on this streak that he's on with,
If he continues to run like he has run,
which he has.
Another 100-yard game
Daniel
for
Jones will become back player of the year.
him.
And if, depending on the outcome of Bills versus Chiefs this Sunday, we could see the winner of that matchup facing the Colts in the AFC Championship.
And it will be in Indianapolis.
Correct.
For the first time since 2010. The Colts host the Lord have mercy. And knowing the people I know in Indianapolis, you just might see me and Dr. K there strapped with a press pass. I'm going to try for it. First week of the year, Pizzle and the bunch from Pain and Game Pick'ems. We feature Pain and Game Pick'ems on Snowman Sportsnet. They did their picks, and Pizzle picked the Dolphins to beat the Colts.
I did.
And Pizzle said that the Colts have, I don't know the numbers. The Colts have lost their last 11 opening games.
12. It was 11. I said make it 12.
He said make it 12, and then the Colts stunned Pizzle by hanging 33 points on the Dolphins. Especially,
and what ended up happening after that?
I'm getting there. And especially turning 2 turnovers into 2 touchdowns in the span of 50 seconds. And on the next Pain and Game Pick'ems, when I joked around with Pizzle saying, look, you not only owe me an apology, you owe the Colts an apology, but you also owe Dr. K an apology. I was kidding around when I said that, but on the next Pain and Game Pick'ems, this happened.
Dr. K, I'm sorry. Just like that.
Which
you clipped it.
I did clip it.
Nice.
You know, and the other person that is scared of me clipping stuff is Playmaker.
Oh,
because of the stuff he does with Bearing Down on the Gridiron. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, it'll be live today. And the Shooting Lights Out podcast. Plus on Thursday, I believe it's Thursday, is a Ramley Talk with the first place Rams. He'll preview their next game. They're only temporarily in first place because they have to beat us to try to get control of the division, considering Frisco's already won 3 in the West, but we trail the Rams by a half game. But I need to do something. And like I said, this is the time where I pick on Pizzle a little bit. And I'm doing it in fun. But to all of my friends who picked against them, take this.
Oh.
Now give me this dadgum camera.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh. Well,
you hear what I say always in the to start the morning show about Brock Purdy and the Patriots and the 49ers. Doggone, my brain.
I was about to say, if Brock
Wait a
Purdy came
minute.
to New England,
I'm sorry about Brock Purdy and the 49ers. I'm thinking about that George Kittle catch against the Patriots.
don't remind me.
My brain is dead this morning, and I apologize. But to all of you, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Warren, and Indianapolis Colts haters, nah.
Why
do I pick on Pizzle? Now, why do I pick on Pizzle when I say that? Because he predicted them to finish 3rd in the division. And with as many questions that was surrounding the Colts at the time, i.e., will Daniel Jones be the one to lead the Colts back to relevance? And they first needed to get back to relevance. Will Jonathan Taylor stay healthy? Will the offensive line get healthy? And a shout out to Dietz for mentioning the name Quentin Nelson in his 5th year out of Notre Dame. Will the receivers get back to health? Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, and we lost Pittman for the last 3 games of the year due to a lingering concussion. Lost Alec Pierce to a back issue, and Joshua Downs was the only healthy receiver. But then the draft happened. The boys were with me when we selected the one and only Tyler Warren out of Penn State. And the immediate comparison was Dallas Clark 2.0. Boy, has he proved that and then some.
Mm-hmm.
This kid reminds me so much of George Kittle. This kid can block. And I'm borrowing from The Rock here. He can block. He can catch a pass. He'll lay the smack down on your candy. Victor says, "Well, I didn't pick against them, so I'm safe." Look,
For
Victor
now.
for now. Look, Victor had to do an apology last year, and we had fun with that. But
I had to do one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did a few of them this year. For the way that the Indianapolis Colts have surprised everybody at 7-1, and it doggone was near 8-0. And I hate you, Tutu Atwell. And I mean that playfully, of course. What can you say about this Colts team? Now, we are just about halfway through the season. We go beat up Aaron Rodgers this Sunday, and then we got to go to Germany and beat up Kirk Two Chainz Cousins. So there is a strong possibility that the Colts, going into their bye at week 10, could pick up 2 big victories. Two time. But they have to remain focused and take care of their business in Pittsburgh, which means please beat the ever-loving hell out of Aaron Rodgers.
That would be great.
I hate him, and he needs to go. As my wife says best, Aaron Rodgers just needs to go the away and stay away and leave us real football fans alone. The same cry we did for Tom Brady, but the difference is Tom Brady actually won. Oh, by the way, Homer.exe inside Homer.exe, Brock Purdy's first start came against who? Tom Brady. Brock Purdy's first victory came against who?
Tom Brady.
Brady. And kudos to Brady for showing much love to Brock Purdy. Purdy, get well soon. Take care of that turf toe, my man. Please. We want to see you around and on the field for a long time. And Playmaker hated Daniel Jones. Playmaker sent me a message saying, "Oh, by the way, I hate Daniel Jones and I hope he fails." He sent me that before the Rams game. Well, Playmaker does not owe me an apology because the Rams won part 1. And part 2, I hate Tutu Atwell. I hate you, Tutu Atwell. I'm kidding as I say this, of course. I hate you, Tutu Atwell, because of an 88-yard connection from Matthew Stafford. And I hate Matthew Stafford, too. He's playing great. Passing. He knows where his receivers are. He's doing better with the Rams than he ever did with the Lions. So I hate you. No, I'm kidding. But we got a big one coming up against Pittsburgh. I want this Colts defense, including DeForest Buckner, including Grover Stewart, including Kwity Paye. And the Giants missed out on Kwity Paye. Stupid. Zaire Franklin, your job too. Nicholas Cross, same to you. Kenny Moore, same to you. I want y'all to beat the daylights out of Aaron Rodgers. I want y'all to beat up DK Metcalf so he catches nothing. That's his primary target. We need to take him away. Do this. If you want film, Colts, on how to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, I referenced this past Sunday when the Packers did. Hold the Pittsburgh Steelers to field goal attempts while Jonathan Taylor runs wild. And my first prop bet of the week, Jonathan Taylor gets $150 against the Steelers.
$150, okay.
$150.
I'm taking the over.
Over.
No. Let me set it again. My first prop bet is that Jonathan Taylor, JT, MVP candidate, gets 2 bills.
2 bills.
Means that porous, piss poor, stupid Pittsburgh defense. And yes, Steeler Nation, I challenge you, because that Steeler defense, if the Packers didn't expose it, then we will. That Steeler defense, and thank you, Pop, for this phrase, is piss poor. And the Colts are going to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
So to all you Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, and Indianapolis Colts haters, nah. That's Snowman's take. What is yours?
Just a quick heads up. They are expecting Brock Purdy back against the Giants this week.
Good.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that should be moving the line more towards the Giants, or not the Giants, the Niners favor. Excuse me. I got the wrong San Francisco team in my head for a second.
You're fine. Also, Pizzle passed a note. Aiden Hutchinson gets an extension, well earned, with the Detroit Lions.
Rightfully so. He deserves to be a Lion for life.
Yep. He needs to be a Lion for life, a.k.a. Barry Sanders.
Calvin Johnson,
absolutely. Aiden Hutchinson needs to be a Lion for life, deserves to be. So they're taking care of him, just like the Niners locked up Brock Purdy, just like the Niners locked up Christian McCaffrey, and the return of Brandon Ayuk is a couple weeks away.
Oh, and by the way, Napoleon, the line is still 2.5 in favor of San Francisco.
They're gonna blow the Giants.
It needs to be moved more than that, man. Come on.
They're gonna blow.
I want to be confident in that pick.
Listen, as long as Purdy stays healthy and they keep him upright, they're gonna blow the Giants to smithereens. But before we get into more football talk and frivolity that closes the show, gotta step away for a minute. So we're gonna take a break. Dog will take us through the NBA standings until I get back. In case you don't know, I'm gonna need to use the restroom. Snowman in the morning, back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
From the hills of Santa Clara to the legacy of the stick, this is where red runs deep and greatness wears gold. 40 plus years of fan, 30 years in the booth, and now it's personal. The 49ers like you've never heard them before. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet. Hosted by Brian Snow, each week you will get a recap of the game that just happened and the game that will happen. All the stats, facts, and figures, all the fun notes, fan chats, and everything else you could put into 30 minutes. This is That 49ers Show on Snowman Sportsnet, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Because we take this job so serious.
What are we doing?
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
As the boss man said, it is time to go down the standings and the scoreboard from last night. It is that time for the Snowman SeatGeek scoreboard, Cutie Queen Beyond the Myth edition of the update. All the scores are brought to you by SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Last night in the W, Philadelphia over Washington, 139-134 in overtime. Maxey had 39. Miami over Charlotte, 144-117. Jamie Jaquez Jr. with 28. Milwaukee beat the Knicks, 121-111. Giannis with 37. OKC over Sacktown, 107-101. The MVP had 31. And Golden State over the Clippers, and here's an anomaly for everybody, 98-79. Jimmy Buckets had 21.
Ooh.
Steph Curry
Wait a
had
second.
19.
There actually is a time where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual.
Absolutely.
Yes. Today's schedule will go Houston, Toronto at 6:30, Cleveland, Boston at 7, Orlando, Detroit at 7, Atlanta, Brooklyn, 7:30, Sacramento, Chicago, 8 o'clock, Indiana takes on Dallas at 8:30.
Go Pacers.
New Orleans at Denver, 9 o'clock. Portland, Utah, 9 o'clock.
Who cares?
The Lakers in Minnesota at 9:30.
Go Wolves.
And
Go Wolves. Beat their-
your nightcap will go Memphis, Phoenix at 10.
Listen. Go, dog, go. I lost my thought. Go ahead.
Your current standings in the East go Philadelphia 76ers 4-0, Chicago 3-0, Miami, Cleveland, Milwaukee all sitting at 3-1, while the Knicks, Hornets, and Pistons sit at 2-2. Toronto and Atlanta will round out your 10 currently in the playoffs. And if the playoffs were to start for the Western Conference, it's OKC 5-0, the Spurs 4-0, Golden State 4-1, while Denver and Utah sit at 2-1. The Clippers and Lakers 2-2, Minnesota sitting at 2-2, Portland and Memphis also at 2-2. Those would be your top 10.
I reference. I don't know why I'm referencing Ray here, but I'll reference him here.
Oh,
I don't care about a Laker.
I don't care about a Laker.
I don't care. I don't care about a Laker. Anybody who remembers the LJPN? Yeah. That's the reference. 26 after the hour. And dog, thank you for covering me. I appreciate it. Just had someone text me while I was on my way back in here to the studio saying, why do you have sometimes take extended breaks? Well, my body is not 100% since I lost 5 organs to surgery. And a lot of people ask me that. Damian says Purdy should not be playing right now. Sorry, but Mac Jones is on a roll. Benching him right now would be stupid. I don't think so.
Mac Jones ain't 100% either.
No, Mac Jones is beat up.
I mean,
injury plus a knee injury. But Damian says Bulls being 3-0 is shocking. They're going to be 4-0 after tonight. In fact, I may take a peek at that game while I'm peeking at the World Series. Dog, you have it in front of you. Is it 8 p.m. tonight for the Bulls and the Kings?
I do believe so, yes.
It's 8 o'clock. Okay. I don't know if some of you caught some of the games that are on Peacock/NBC. If you have, I have a question. What do you think of their broadcast setup? Even with the constant score bug. Pizzle, I'll go down to you first. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's okay. I mean, for their first season on Peacock, it's all right.
Upstairs to Deets, same question.
I don't have that trash network. There's no reason for me to have Peacock. So
Well,
I'm not paying money to see these games.
I applaud you, Dietz. I applaud you. I've had a chance to see games on Prime as well as Peacock, and yeah,
Prime
I
is
ain't
better.
impressed. I ain't impressed.
No.
All these paywalls that you have to pay to see games.
It's ridiculous.
All that, you know what? BGS said it best. All this money you have to pay just for streaming games.
Now that's some bulls.
You know the rest.
Yep.
And we talked about it. We talked about it earlier, but we've talked about it for a long time. The NBA is the most it's the most ridiculous regular. It doesn't need to be as long as it is. It doesn't need to be as stretched out as it is. The regular season is it's the most meaningless regular season in any sport.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Damn right.
Because so many teams make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. It should be 8. It should be 8 teams, not 10. It should be 8.
And I mean, just like anything, I mean, you could say this about baseball. I say it about baseball all the time. I don't care what my team's record is until the All-Star break.
Right.
Once we get to the All-Star break, then I'll start looking at, all right, what do we need to do to make the playoff? What do we need to do to this? But the season is so long, so spread out that what happens the first half of the season, you can almost write it off.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, how many times have we seen a team go from a garbage team to, hey, they just squeaked into the playoffs and then they hit their stride?
Right.
I mean, we've seen it way too many times.
We've seen it so many times. It should not be 10 teams in the playoffs in the NBA. It should be 8. If you're not strong enough to make the 8-team player field, and I said this to so many guys, I said this to Jody, and I've said this to, if you can't be one of the 8 best teams in your conference, then a whole lot of you and prepare for next year. Period.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even count. I don't count those the play-in games. No. You don't make it to the top 8. You didn't make the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like, I don't mind them having that setup for the bottom to get in and to make those teams keep watching the games. I don't mind that. I actually like the play-in tournament. And I don't mind it, but I'm not calling. If you finish 10th, you're not a playoff team.
No,
you did not make the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I don't know how they work that. And I haven't watched a draft lottery in good God. I haven't watched it in years.
I don't watch the draft lottery.
That's rigged.
And I'm just saying. I'm just asking the question, and anybody can tell me. If you don't make the 8-team playoff, are you still in the lottery? If you're 10th, are you still in the lottery? I believe you are.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And,
if
the answer to that question is yes, then guess what? You didn't make the play. If you're in the lottery, you didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, Damon says, sorry, but if you're in the top 10 in anything, aren't you good? Maybe. Depends on the sport, depends on the situation. But this is just me with all the feels from watching the NBA on CBS and the early part of the NBA on NBC. Thank you, Marv Albert. But I'll say it again. This is how the NBA needs to roll, and no one will do it, and no one's too afraid to do it. If you're not a part of the top 8 teams in the NBA in your conference, then you.
And to that point, there's how many teams in each conference? Isn't there 16?
Yeah.
If you're in the top, if you're 10th out of 16, no, that's not good.
No.
No.
You're less than half. You're less than half. More than half the teams are better than you. So if you're 9-10 in your own conference, you're not a good basketball team.
And you didn't take the time to you didn't take the time to improve, right? I.e. Toronto. You know a team that made the playoffs as the number 3 seed that's going to fall flat on their face and wind up 10th or 9th? New York. I'm calling it right now.
I hope so.
New York is going to fall. I got to use the button for our stations. New York is going to fall flat on their period. They're going to fall flat on their butts after all of the hype, after all of the incredible games that got them to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they got socked in the mouth by the Indiana Pacers. They got socked in the mouth and kicked in the and I hope they get kicked in the this year. I hope they get kicked in the so many times it's not even funny.
I mean, the Knicks are the Knicks, but I mean, look at where we are. Look at where we are in the league. 4 games. We're 4 games into an 82-game season. That's like, hey, you played well for the first 2 minutes of an NFL season.
True.
I mean, that's how far we are into this season.
Yep. It is. And
after celebrating your team returned the opening kickoff of the season, returned it for a touchdown. Good job. There's still a long way left to go.
There's still a long way to go. And Kenny Atkinson, you know what? I'm gonna do this before we go to break. Kenny Atkinson, I award thee, Napoleon,
the Dolt of the Week.
And the Dolt of the Week for this week is Kenny Atkinson.
Oh.
And of course, Kenny Atkinson just happens to be the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No, you had it right the first time.
Yep.
I did? Okay.
Yes, it was right.
Give me this camera.
Here we go.
Kenny Atkinson, you dumb because he just happened to say, quote, we need to go down to 72 games. Close quote.
Good luck with that.
You know what, Kenny Atkinson, I give this to you. You know why you saying that the league needs to go down to 72 games, and I hope they don't? Because yes, LeBron, it is you. You. Always will be you forever and ever. Amen. LeBron was the first fool to say we need to shorten the schedule, and that fool said we need a month off going into the playoffs. You stupid And Kenny Atkinson, I say the same thing to you. You stupid As a coach, you know it's an 82-game schedule. It is your job to get your players and your staff ready to play 82 games. Do I need to go down the list of legends who didn't care if it was an 82-game season because to them, every game counted? Do I need to go down the list? Nah, we ain't got time. But just remember, in the 80s and 90s, there was no barking about shortening the schedule. There was no barking about load freaking management. There was no barking about that because the players knew we got an 82-game schedule and we got to stick with it. Our bodies have to play. Our bodies have to take the beating. Our bodies have to take the punishment. and we got to get our bodies right for the next game, including a back-to-back situation. We deal with the fatigue, Damian Hernandez. We deal with the fatigue. We deal with the punishment. We deal with the fact that 82 games decides our fate, playoff team or no playoff team. I'll give you the example of the Bulls in 1986. They won 40 games and were one of the best 8 to sneak in. Now, they got wiped out by the Boston Celtics, but look at the team Boston had at the time. Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish. Their coach was the legendary and unfortunately late Casey Jones. How you going to beat that?
Can't.
How you going to beat that? How you going to beat that team? Which will lead me into a discussion in the next segment.
Greatest basketball team of all time.
Yep.
The 86 Celtics. It's not even
the 85-86 Celtics were 40-1 on the parquet floor of the old Boston Garden. And as I mentioned, Kevin McHale, Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Jerry Seaston. How are you going to beat that?
You can't.
The Bulls were a rebuilding team at the time, and the greatest player of all time just came back from a broken ankle. How are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that Celtic team when you don't know who's playing behind Orlando Woolridge and Michael Jordan? And yes, there's an Orlando Woolridge sighting.
That ranks right up there with a Bill Cartwright sighting.
Oh, I got more next segment. I got more. But Kenny Atkinson, do me a favor, will you please? Shut up.
Well, the only thing I can say to that is, I mean, if you want to shorten the season because you want to make the games more competitive, make the games matter more, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. If you want to say, oh, for load management, I mean, I sent it to the group chat because it came across my desk when I woke up this morning. Michael Jordan addressed it, and Michael Jordan said it best, and it's in that article, which it's a great quote. He said,
"Hang on, I got you, Dean. I got you." He said, "Quote."
He said, "We play for all the fans that come to watch us each and every night and spend their hard-earned money to come see us. That's why we play every game. It's not to preserve our bodies. It's not to manage, because we play for the fans because we're entertainers." Close quote.
And to all you modern NBA fans, which includes Damian Hernandez, and that's that.
And that's the difference. That's the difference between this era of basketball and the last era of basketball. This era, guess what, NBA fans? This era of player doesn't care about you. This era of coaches don't care about you. This era of NBA management, and I'm talking commissioner down, fans, they don't care about you. They don't care. They want you to spend more money to watch an inferior product. And that's not fair. No. It's not fair to fans.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I haven't called an NBA game in almost 2 years. Well, I take it back. I did do the NBA Finals because it featured our Pacers, and a lot of people picked the Pacers to get beat up by the Bucks. Yeah. They picked the Cavaliers to beat them in 5 games. And the Cavaliers wound up beating the Pacers in 5 games because the Cavaliers are stupid.
I was gonna say, but not a regular season game.
No,
because
I don't do
season games are ridiculous. They're not irrelevant.
I watch the highlights and that's it. And yes, I'm admitting it here. The regular season games are trash. All right, Let me just say it here, and I don't even let them scramble to the playoffs, and I'll look at the playoffs, and that's that. All right.
Squiggle is adding on to Dietz's point there. Isn't every sport basically like that now? WWE being the biggest example, with being over $40,000 a person for one seat at WrestleMania.
Oh my god!
Which is why, unless I'm strapped with a press pass, like my buddy Michael Lyle, I ain't doing it.
TKO doing TKO things.
TKO is stupid.
By the way, to all the greedy owners of any major sports league,
Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't do the regular season. I do it for college basketball. I do it for the NFL, and I do it for the NHL. I don't do it for the NBA.
Well,
because I get texts and messages all the time. You're stuck in the 90s. You need to evolve. You.
Yep.
I'll say it again. Yeah, people don't. You don't have. You need to evolve to the modern NBA. You, and you.
Ow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, the games are more expensive, and they're, as Michael said it, they're less entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying more for less entertainment. Go back and watch any game from the era when it wasn't when it was good teams going at good teams. You saw great games.
You did.
You see good teams now, and guys are taking plays off. Guys will take entire quarters off.
Yeah,
and
sometimes LeBron entire games off for.
It's not entertainment. It's not entertainment anymore.
And I will say it. They're taking games off, i.e. LeBron and i.e. Luka Doncic for stupid reasons.
Yeah.
For stupid reasons. Somebody's waiting for us.
I was gonna say we got a little bit more frivolity to get to, and
I'm gonna get dinged for this, but I don't care. I love this intro. We got somebody that's ready to come up.
All hail the Q Queen.
This song when they yanked Otani last night, we hear it again.
Good morning.
That too.
That too.
We got a break. When we come back, y'all heard her last week close the segment we're going to have, and I just may give her the microphone to do it again before I add to it. Back in the deuce.
Oh, Lord.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. On the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
Oh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The fact that Deets never even flinches during that.
I go back to hiding now. Bye-bye.
No, you don't.
I was there when it happened.
You were there, but you never even flinched when he said that. You never.
I go back to hiding. Thank you.
At least pick up the mess you made.
He's going to continue to make that mess. I don't know what you're talking about. Tomorrow, we got college football chatter, which means we'll have a few of these.
My God.
Look at that.
You got chocolate all over there now, Don. How dare you waste? How dare you waste good chocolate?
A few of these
trays,
Considering the game I'm calling Saturday.
He's already dead.
Oh, what game is that, by the way?
I'll tell you in the private chat.
Oh,
49 after the hour, 11 before we close up shop, and I'm announcing it here at the top of each hour. And yes, I'm dropping a very, very broad hint. We'll do the scoreboard update. But for now, time to close up shop, which means this.
Oh,
rap!
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
I forgot I don't have the Bronzexual toggle on this model yet.
I'm actually here on a Wednesday.
Yet being a
You're here to witness this pizzle. Get comfy.
I think he'd rather leave than hear this.
I know.
No, that's not true.
Considering the fact that we've all had to deal with them.
Oh no!
And the point that
I'm wondering if I should put on that special mic if I'm finishing things off.
Leave it there. Leave it with what you got because it's perfect. Now give me this camera.
No, here we go.
Oh no!
In the midst of me celebrating my return to the mic yesterday, I had a conversation with a Bronzexual.
What you mean?
Perfect chorus. You know this idiot, this fool.
He said idiot.
This yes, I'd rather say that than the other words I have in my mind right now.
That's fair.
This idiot said to me, quote, "You're probably one of those old heads that don't know basketball since LeBron has changed the game." Close quote.
Changed it for the worse, you mean?
And Playmaker, you better be glad you're not here with this Bronzexual I had to deal with. Now we get this from Hooked on Bronix.
This moment of Bronzexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronzexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJP, now approve all this.
Somehow still being paid for by the
City Filth. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Y'all are stupid, and I love it. Y'all are stupid. With this bronzexual saying that to me, I asked him a very simple question. I said, how has LeBron changed the game?
Hmm?
You know what this fish-eyed fool said to me? He said, I'm better than...
Whoa.
Here, give me this.
Whoa.
He said, quote.
Whoa.
He made it better. He made it better so that the younger audience can understand basketball. Close dumbass quote. And I'm sorry for that slip. To which
I'm
I looked
sorry.
him dead in the eye.
Say that again. My ears are gonna hate me, but say that again.
What?
I will happily say it again. This fool said to me, quote, he made it better so the younger fans can understand basketball. Close quote. And I'll
Is
make
that
this...
why Ludwig compared Gargura, the greatest of all time in HoloLive
Yep.
English VTubing,
Don't you finish
LeBron?
that. Yeah. Because yes, Gura, it is you.
Gura, we love you. You
Of course.
you did not deserve to be compared to LeBron James.
And of course, that joke was sitting right there. I couldn't resist it. I got to make this quick. I did make it quick with this bronzexual by looking him dead in the eye and saying he did not change the game. If he did it for the worse. He then looked at me and said, name a player in today's modern hoops that has changed the game. I said, oh, that's easy, Wardell. Stephen Curry II. And he choked on what he was drinking. And he said, how can you say that Steph has changed the game? I said that I can answer that in one sentence. Steph Curry did something that LeBron James will never do. He took an anomaly and turned it into a weapon. And he said, what do you mean by that? And I said, look at the 3-point shot. It wasn't look at the amount of 3-point shots that teams attempt now. It wasn't influenced by LeBron.
Nope.
Steph Curry took an anomaly and turned it into a weapon.
Splash.
Exactly. This bronzexual walked away with his head hung in shame. I came up to him, put my arm around him, and I said,
it's okay.
Don't you ever. It's okay that you don't know basketball. But don't you ever. And I coupled it with, but don't you ever challenge a snowman on hoops knowledge ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Nope.
And I walked away.
You walked away with a 2-foot grin on your face.
3 considering. Now do me a favor. Get the hell out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window. Wow.
Oh, false start.
False start. Ah!
All right. Adopted daughter of mine. It's all yours.
You know what? Throw these away and give me my actual mic.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Here we go.
Take
Are
it.
y'all ready? Are y'all ready?
ready.
I gotta put the voice mod on for this.
We're ready.
All right, testing 1, 2. Can you hear the bleep?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, we got it.
Good. Then we're ready. Dear bronzexuals, you.
Oh.
Dear Facebook for allowing bronzexuals on. You.
Oh.
And finally, I got a special mic for this one.
Oh boy.
I got a special mic for this one, and y'all know what's coming. Dear ESPN, for shoving LeBron up our butts and down our throats for the last God knows how many years now, and how many to come we're not prepared for. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
God. Oh my God.
And they're laughing.
Well,
I'm gonna do one more round. Oh, yo. Now do me a favor and get the hell out of my face and out of my sight, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Thank you, Snow
Thank
Crew,
you.
for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I am here all week.
Be sure to tip your waitress. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. And speaking of that, this fellow can tell you the same thing. 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 And especially my daughter from across the pond can tell you that.
I cannot believe you still consider me that, by the way. And I also cannot believe that you told everyone in that match that. You did not have to shout me out in that match.
Well, I did anyway. So
Why?
long, everybody. See you tomorrow.
I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. My team sucks.
So long, everybody.